People say knowledge is power, and they have a point.
At present state, College and the community colleges of Spokane. The three core principles of the NWAC are character, competition, and community. The NWAC encourages you as a fan to enjoy the competition, cheer the athletes, and respect those involved. Good sportsmanship is at the core of competition, and the NWAC asks that you refrain from swearing and derogatory remarks directed at the student athletes, officials, and other fans. Failures to adhere to this responsibility will be cause for removal. At this time, we'd like to have the teams take their positions along the baselines in front of their dugouts. At this time, everybody please rise for our national anthems. First, the Canadian national anthem, followed by the national anthem of the United States. Now let's meet the starting lineups for this game, which is the championship of the winners bracket. The winner advancing to the championship game, tomorrow's championship game.
What do I do to get this?
On this field in the next round and plays the winner between Bellevue and Wenatchee. For our visiting team with a record of 30-13, our visiting team on the scoreboard is Walla. Leading off in center field, number 2.
The two remaining undefeated teams in this tournament, and we've seen great offensive output from both of these teams and some great pitching as well. So what do you think is going to be the key here in a semifinal match?
I think it's going to be a lot of pitching. It's really important to keep the batters off balance, especially with two great hitting lineups. Got to be really on top of hitting your spots. And then a lot of great defensive play behind. There's been a lot of great defense around here this weekend.
So Douglas will be the home team here, and their lineup looks something like this. It'll be Colby Hamilton leading off, playing center field. Daniela Vallejo will be playing left. Jordan Britton Young will be catching. Michaela Moore playing first base. Bedard in the designated player slot. Casa Courtney playing shortstop. Kim Anderson, second base. Kennedy over there at third. Warburton in right. And doing the pitching will be Ainge. And we've seen Ainge have lights-out performances up until like the third inning. Then things start going a little downhill. They've taken her out. She ended up getting a no decision and the save in the Clackamas game, which Douglas had a big comeback game. They've had a couple of big comeback games this weekend as well, haven't they?
Yeah, they've been really scrappy. 2 comebacks right out of the gate at the tournament, first game. So they've shown that if you leave them in the game, they're able to come back and win it. So it's going to be kind of important for Walla Walla to put it away early if they want to avoid potential comebacks.
And the first comeback that they had to do was against a very, very low-seeded Clark College team, coming back with a walk-off home run in the 7th inning. And then against a higher-seeded Clackamas team, which is a fantastic offensive game, ended up being a very high-scoring one. So we know that this team is very good offensively, and the Warriors are no slouch either, known for their offense, not as much for their pitching this year.
And the Walla Walla lineup will look something like this. You got Shotswell patrolling center field. Thornton out there in left. Falconer over at third base. Williams will be patrolling the 6 hole.
Parker at second base. Ware will be in the designated player slot.
Kelly will be playing first. Danley behind the dish. Hicks in right field, and Collins will be in the circle. And being a player in the NWAC East, you know anything about any of these players at all, or?
I don't, unfortunately. I am not originally a Washington Northwest native, so I would not have had a chance to play. I'm also a little bit older than these girls, unfortunately.
So we're about ready to get going here. Again, Douglas is your home team. Got a good-sized crowd on hand. So again, it'll be Keely Ainge in the circle, and she will be doing the dealing for the Douglas defense. And we'll go through the defense again shortly. As now we just need to get Ainge's warm-up pitches done. And we'll be ready for the semifinal action. Again, we'll have another broadcasted game for you today here on Field 1. It'll be the winner of the matchup between Wenatchee Valley College and Bellevue. It's going to be a great one. We've got a stream going of that game as well. There will, however, be no play-by-play. The lucky folks out in Wenatchee, though, will hear Steve on the radio. So Ainge again will be the starting pitcher. Having not faced the Walla Walla team before, it'll be interesting to get first takes here as the throwdown is seconds complete. We're about ready to get started here at the Dwight Merkel Sports Complex. So digging in is Shotswell, the center fielder.
Number 2, Danny Shotswell.
Lots of speed with this batter here. She had a leadoff home run off an error throw into right field against NIC yesterday, so definitely going to have to be quick with this play.
Shotswell had 6 stolen bases on the year as we're ready for NWAC softball from Spokane, Washington. Ball one up high, and we are underway. Again, semifinal matchup here on Field 1 on the NWAC Sports Network. Wes Tucker and Jenna Crum on the call. The 1-0 offering. Waved that and missed. 1-1. Again, you can follow all our games live on Point Streak. Get play-by-play scoring there as that one is slap foul. Again, the other field features Wenatchee Valley College and Bellevue. We are down to our final 4 teams here, as we started with 16. Ball 2, count counted up at 2 apiece.
It'll be interesting to see how the slapping strategy changes today from yesterday with the fields being so wet and the ball dying. Today the fields look a little bit harder, so.
Indeed, we had rain all throughout game number 1 here. It's been a very uncharacteristically wet spring so far, as we have another foul ball. Especially over on the west side, had a lot of rain as well this spring. Had to move a lot of games to turf fields. There was a high demand over at the regional athletic complex in Lacey. So Ainge into her motion for the 2-2. Just outside. Count is full.
Everything's away. It looked like she's trying to funnel it over to her third baseman shortstop here to start the game off.
Shotswell hit .396 in the regular season. Swing and another foul ball, so we'll set up again. Shotswell scored 42 runs as well. So a very good leadoff hitter. And now she works a full count and doing the leadoff hitter's job as well, seeing a lot of pitches. Swing and a fly ball towards left center. And there to put it away is Colby Hamilton, 1 away. So outfield was playing in a little bit. Not too much power from Shotswell, but a little more here in Emily Thornton. Thornton hit .306 in the regular season.
Doesn't look like the outfield's adjusting much, though. They're still fairly shallow.
Thornton had 3 home runs in the regular season. And now she digs in to face Ainge. Shows bunt, pulls back, ball 1. Thornton also scored 36 runs. And she will take strike 1 apiece. So 1's across the board here in the top half of the first. Now 2-1. The Walla Walla team as a whole hit .355. So very average season there. Low, ball 3. So your count will be 3-1. Thornton digs back in. Called strike there, so a full count. Here comes Thornton. Thornton, a foul ball. So a payoff pitch spoiled there by Thornton.
Again, haven't seen much on the inside part of the plate yet. Staying away on these lefties.
So another payoff pitch on the way. Swing and a pop-up in foul territory. Should be playable, and it will land foul. So Thornton spoiling 2 payoff pitches. Swing and a fly ball to center. Hamilton settles over it, and there are 2 away. So 2 away here. And that's going to bring up the third baseman, Michaela Faulkner. Fork hitter hit .399 in the regular season. Swing and a high pop-up. Settling underneath it. Here's the first baseman. Michaela Moore, and the side is retired, so we played a half inning, and we are scoreless in Spokane.
Ready for a new adventure? Study at Douglas College in Vancouver, Canada. Take a post-degree program and launch your career, or prepare to study at top Canadian universities. Become eligible for a 3-year work visa with a 2-year program. Choose success. Choose Douglas College.
Every guardsman knows the call. Has many meanings, but when it's spoken, the message is heard, understood, acknowledged. Visit NationalGuard.com to begin your guard adventure.
When you first visit Seattle Pacific University, it's easy to fall in love with the campus. But just ask one of the students. There's something different about SPU, a place where faith, service, and academic excellence meet. And it's the only private university in the Pacific Northwest to make the latest U.S. News and World Report Best National Universities list. This is Seattle Pacific University.
Again now, as we welcome you back to the Dwight Merkel Sports Complex in Spokane, Washington. So leading off is going to be the center fielder, Kobe Hamilton, had 2 putouts in the first inning. And she'll dig in, and she will face Collins. First offering on the way, and it's a called strike 1. Second offering is taken up high. 1-1 your count now. One is taken, and it will be ball 2. So a 2-1 count now to the leadoff hitter for Douglas. Swing and a ground ball over to second base. Throw on to first in time, 1 away. Boy, we've seen a lot of bang-bang plays over there at first, and it doesn't look like the second baseman was taking her time at all with that.
No, she definitely got down the line pretty quick. Lots of speed shown at this tournament this weekend.
That's going to bring up Daniela Vallejo. Playing left field today, takes a called strike 1. Vallejo had a clutch double in the contest against Clackamas. Big reason of why they're still in the A bracket. The 0-1 is up high. 1-1 your count. And the catcher, Britton Young, waiting on deck. A couple of very dangerous hitters back-to-back here. Swing and a fly ball out towards right center. There to track it down.
She traveled a long way for that ball. Had a great jump on it.
Hicks able to put it away, and there are 2 down. And that's going to bring the catcher, Jordan Britton Young, to the plate. Young hit .388 in the regular season. Also have 4 home runs. And a called strike 1 to the Douglas catcher. Collins in the motion. Ball low, we're knotted up at 1 apiece. Swing and a foul ball will go out of play on the right side, so we'll set up again now. Britton Young also had 5 doubles during the regular season, so a good gap power hitter. Another foul ball. So Young staying alive here, as there are 2 away in the inning. If we were to get that far, the first baseman, Michaela Moore, waiting on deck. Swinging a fly ball out to right field, dying a little bit, but coming in to make the catch is Hicks. So after 1 complete, we are scoreless, and we'd like to remind you that today's game is brought to you by the U.S. Army. Looking for a challenge? Push yourself further. It begins when you enlist as a soldier in the U.S. Army. You'll be trained of one in more than 150 career fields and can even earn money towards college if you qualify. To learn more, visit your local Army recruiter or visit GoArmy.com.
Let's see, I graduated from high school in 2008, went to UW for a year, came back to Spokane. You know, graduated, wasn't really sure what I was going to do, so I headed to Spokane Falls. I feel like the energy in Spokane is evolving. Having a good, accessible college right here in town is a really important part of that. So I just started working at Helvetica, which is a local design firm. The Falls definitely prepared me for getting a good job right out of college.
My name is Morgan Lynch. This is my college, my community.
Today's game also brought to you by Olympic College. Olympic College is nationally recognized by the Aspen Institute as a 2015 Top 10 community college because our programs help students earn good-paying jobs. Get busy learning at olympic.edu. So back now in Spokane in a 0-0 tie after 1 complete inning. And Inge will head back out, and she will do the pitching here. Overall, this season had a 1.84 ERA, so fantastic work out there in the circle. 1 save to her name thus far. She also had 20 wins. Up high, ball 1. This is Williams, the shortstop for the Walla Walla Warriors. And there's a called strike 1, so 1-1 your count. Williams hitting .427 during the regular season this year. Swing and a line drive caught over there at third base. Quality play out there by Kennedy. So 1 quick out here on the line drive out. So Angel settle back in. 1 away. Corners will back up, play just in front of the bags. And ball 1 will be called. This is the second baseman, Parker. Parker hit .350 in the regular season. Swing and a miss there. Foul ball, back up our way. It will hit the backstop. So 1 ball and 2 strikes is your count to the Walla Walla second baseman. Swing and a high fly ball out there in left field. Waiting for it is Vallejo. And there are 2 down. So coming in here, getting 5 quick outs here is Ainge. Now she'll face a designated player today, Ware. He'll take a called strike 1. So 2 away here in the visiting half of the second inning. Again, Douglas ended up the home team for today's contest. Swing and a pop-up over near third base. Kennedy calling for it in foul territory, and there is the third out. So the side will be retired. We are scoreless again after 1.5.
This is my classroom. These are my school supplies. This is my laboratory. These are my assignments. This is my study group. This is my career. Apply and enroll now to the NIC Pharmacy Technology Program.
The challenges facing the country never stop. So neither does the U.S. Army. We train, adapt, and get smarter. Every soldier, every unit, every day. Not to keep up with change, but to drive it. Nobody knows what problems tomorrow will bring. But we do know who will solve them.
Spokane, Washington. And Michaela Moore, the Douglas first baseman, will hack now, facing Collins in the circle. Up high, ball 1. Moore this year hit .422 in conference play. And a foul ball there. Altogether hitting .424 as well. And she settles in now. She's got a 0-1 count to work with. Pardon, 1-1 count to work with.
She only has 1 home run on this season, but she has 12 doubles, so she does have a little bit of power and can hit the gaps nice and speed to get there.
Now working a 2-1 count. Ball 3, so a very dangerous count to a gap hitter. What in your approach changed when you got into a count like this, true hitters count?
You become a little bit more selective. You start focusing in on that single pitch that you like, that one that looks nice and fat. You know you can drive, just like you did there. Great job getting in contact.
So a leadoff single from Michaela Moore. And that'll bring up Bedard, the designated player for Douglas today. Moore is a threat to steal out there. She had 4 stolen bases on the season. And strike 1 call to Bedard. Collins into the motion. Called strike 2.
Collins is doing a really good job today at working ahead of the batters, which can be really important to get yourself set up, and then you can start throwing chase pitches.
So now Bedard in defensive mode here. 0-2 offering. Outside ball 1. Bedard hit .527 in the regular season. And now she works the count 2-2. Bedard with 4 home runs, 54 RBIs, He also walked 20 times. Led the Douglas team in walks. Just behind her is Kaza Courtney, who waits on deck. And there's strike 3. So 1 away here, and here comes Kaza Courtney.
The shortstop, number 16, Kaza Courtney.
Courtney patrolling the 6-hole for the Douglas Warriors. Pardon, the Douglas Royals. And ball 1 there. Walla Warriors in the field right now, and patrolling shortstop for them, of course, is Williams. Williams, a very high fielding percentage out there. And strike 1. So 1's across the board here in the home half of the second inning. So 2-1 will be your count. Again, runner at first base is Michaela Moore, reached by a single to right field. And strike 2. So count knotted up at 2 apiece here. High pop up, it will hit the backstop foul. Anderson, the on-deck hitter. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So 2 consecutive strikeouts. And the Warriors close to escaping here. And ball 1 will start the at-bat to Anderson. Anderson playing second base today for the Royals. And strike 1. Warriors in the next half inning will have Kelly, Danley, and Hicks due up. But needing to get one more out here against the Royals. Just inside. So your count now 3-1. Opportunity here for Anderson. Swing and a foul ball, so count will be full. Full count, 2 out. So Moore get a little running start over there at first base.
Yeah, the runner will be going on the pitch, so your play really should be to first base here since she's going to have such a good jump.
Swing and a pop-up foul. Drifting out of play and will go out of play. First baseman Kelly giving it a courtesy look. Collins ready with the payoff. Swing and a lazy fly ball, and will go foul. So spoiling a good pitch there.
This is a great at-bat, seeing a lot of pitches, making the pitcher work. It's already fairly warm today, and it's only going to get warmer, so the more you make them sit out there in the circle, the more tired they're going to get. It's a great at-bat for her.
Low and in, ball 4, and now 2 runners on base.
The 8th place hitter is the third baseman, number 2, Bella Kennedy.
So Bella Kennedy now will come up. Kennedy playing third base for the Douglas Royals. Hit .423 in the regular season. Skips in there for ball 1. So runner in scoring position, Douglas an opportunity to take the lead here in the home half of the second.
Kennedy doesn't have too many walks on this season, so she's definitely a swinger. Definitely going to be looking to take some hacks this at bat.
And ball 2, so a very dangerous count now for a free swinger, as you described her. .2-0 offering. He is swung on a fly ball, drifting towards foul territory, but there to make the catch is the right fielder in Hicks. So we will step away again, scoreless after 2 complete here in Spokane, Washington.
Nestled within tall trees and beautiful buildings, Pierce College has established itself as a national leader in improving student success. With 2 main campuses in Puyallup and Fort Steilacoom, and satellite campuses on Joint Base Lewis-McChord, Pierce College strives to create quality educational opportunities to help students realize their possibilities. As we celebrate 50 years in the community, Pierce College is proud to offer more than 60 programs of study with a fit for you, your life, your schedule, and your dream. Find your path, start at Pierce College today, and realize your possibilities. Visit pierce.ctc.edu.
This is my classroom. These are my school supplies. This is my laboratory. These are my assignments. This is my study group. This is my career. Apply and enroll now to the NIC Pharmacy Tech.
In Spokane, Washington again. Wes Tucker and Jenna Crum with the call. And set to lead off will be the first baseman, Kelly, for the Walla Walla Warriors. She will take strike 1. Up high, ball 1, so 1-1 your count. Kelly hit .313 in the regular season in 28 games played. Swinging a fly ball out there in right field. They're waiting for it is Warburton, and there's one away. So Kaylee Danley, the catcher now for the Warriors, will step up to the bat. Hit .277 in the regular season. Again, catcher's not usually there for their offensive output, more of a defensive specialist. We'll take ball 1. Danley had 2 home runs in the regular season, and she pops this one foul. 19 RBIs to her credit as well. Swing and a foul ball in the box. Getting a piece of her right hand. $19 runs scored this year for Danley as well. And Hayden McKay backwards, got her looking. Strike 3 called, and there are 2 away. So that'll bring up Ashley Hicks, playing right field today for the Warriors, as she looks to get something going with 2 outs here in the third. Puts down a bunt, and it will spin fair. Throw to first in time. So we played 2.5 innings, and the score is still 0-0.
Say knowledge is power, and they have a point.
At State, tell your own story.
You build your own stage.
You take your ideas to the streets.
You let the world see who you are and who you hope to be. Knowledge is about how hard you're willing to work to do something real.
It's about how far you're willing to go. Do something great.
The first day of school is kind of scary. You don't know your teachers yet or who your friends will be. But school is really important. It's how you learn things and grow.
Okay, I'm ready.
You're gonna do great, Mommy.
For you. For them. Clark College. Get started today at clark.edu.
Before there could be a nation, there had to be people willing to fight for it, to take on the world's greatest challenges, whatever they might be. So the U.S. Army masters not only tactics and strategy, but also physics and chemistry. We make battle plans and create breakthroughs in medicine, science, and engineering. Our next mission could be anything, so we prepare for everything.
So back now in Spokane, Washington again at the Dwight Merkel Sports Complex. A 0-0 tie here as we enter the home half of the third inning. And Jenna, welcome to the club, your first official broadcast. How you feeling over there?
It is my first, and it's going well. It's a great game to be watching, to be calling.
Absolutely. A very good game so far, as it'll be the right fielder Warburton to lead off for the Douglas Royals. And she will take ball 1. Warburton hit .467 in the regular season. She'll take strike 1 there. 1-1 your count. Warburton, not someone who really burned you. Didn't have any home runs, but she had a couple of doubles on the year. Swing and a foul ball. So 1-2 is your count.
Speedster, 28 stolen bases on the year, third most for Douglas. She's definitely going to have to be quick with this one.
Yeah, and a strikeout there. And the team leader in stolen bases now, Hamilton, racked up 43 on the season. She'll hit now. Hamilton is 0 for 1 with a ground ball to second today. Looking to get something going here in at-bat number 2 against Collins. Puts a bunt down. Collins to field. Has to throw quick on time. So 2 away here on the 1-3 putout.
Like I said earlier, the ground's just a little bit harder than it was yesterday, so they're going to have to adjust their touch. That one was just a little too hard back at the pitcher.
So Daniela Vallejo steps in now. 0 for 1 on the day with a fly out to right field. And now she'll swing with 2 down here in the home half of the third. And she'll take a called strike 1 to begin her at-bat here
Again, Vallejo hitting .393 in the regular season. And now finds herself in the hole, 0-2. Collins into her motion. Swing and a ground ball over first base, fielded cleanly, and Kelly is going to apply the tag. So we have played 3 complete now. Still no score in Spokane.
When you first visit Seattle Pacific University, it's easy to fall in love with the campus. But just ask one of the students. There's something different about SPU, a place where faith, service, and academic excellence meet. And it's the only private university in the Pacific Northwest to make the latest U.S. News and World Report Best National Universities list. This is Seattle Pacific University.
Medical specialists in the Guard are skilled in CPR, field triage, and emergency life support. Medics stabilize and evac the wounded during combat, come to the aid of civilians in a disaster, and provide day-to-day outpatient care. Medical specialists are saving lives on and off the battlefield.
At NIC, we believe in investing in our future, one built with dedicated, skilled, and hardworking people. And with the new career and technical education facility at North Idaho College, the future is bright. Today's students are tomorrow's workforce, and North Idaho College's career and technical education program will provide the training that will get you the job. Together, let's build the future. North Idaho College. Start here, go anywhere.
Fans, be sure to check out the NWAC on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram for all the latest NWAC news. Also, visit nwacsports.org for the most recent information on schedules, scores, stats, and more. So back to the top of the order now for the Walla Walla Warriors in Shotswell, the center fielder. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. And she'll take ball 1.
Douglas's pitcher kind of gets in a little trouble after about the second time through the lineup. So we'll see what sort of adjustments Walla Walla makes coming into this inning.
Swinging a ground ball up the middle, base hit, almost on cue, Jenna. So a leadoff single there for Shotswell. Shotswell did hit .370, and that's going to bring up Emily Thornton, who hit .280 in the regular season. Has turned it on so far in this tournament. Big reason of why Walla Walla is still in the A bracket.
Walla Walla, not much of a stealing team, but they do have a speedster on first, so we'll see if they take advantage of it.
So she offers at the bunt attempt. It'll be 0-1. Thornton is 0 for 1. She also flew out to center back in the first inning. Bunt will go foul. So now Thornton in the hole, 0-2. Both teams with a hit apiece here as we begin the fourth inning of play. Game flying by, isn't it?
It is. It's a quick game. The last game I watched yesterday was the NIC Edmonton game. And that one was definitely a long, grueling game. Took about 3 hours, so this one's just flying by.
So 0-2, protective hack there, and it will go foul. Thornton had 3 home runs on the year. Not a bad number out of the 2-hole. As now she finds herself again on the hole, 0-2. Swing and a fly ball. It will land foul in the outfield grass. So we again mentioned Ainge having trouble with the second time through the lineup.
often having to change pitches. We mentioned also during the Clackamas game, she came out, earned a no decision and the save in that contest.
She's way ahead of this batter, but she's kind of keeping it so close to the plate. When you're up 0-2, you definitely want to throw some chase pitches. They start looking like strikes, but then they come out of the zone like that one. That was a great 0-2 pitch.
So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Emily Thornton. Thornton, the left fielder for the Warriors. Swinging a ground ball over to third base. They're going to throw to 2 for 1, and that's all they'll get. So fielder's choice, and a runner still on first base. So Faulkner will step up now. She popped out to first base back in the first inning. She gets the opportunity to swing here with a runner on first base and Thornton, and she'll do a first pitch swing, and it'll go foul. Well, I know we talked about it in baseball a little bit, but tell me, is it any different in softball? The first pitch often being the best one you're going to see, the pitcher trying to get ahead of you with no 0-0 count.
I mean, I would agree with that. You definitely want to get ahead in the count. It's never fun baseball or softball working from behind. So it may not be the best pitch, but it's definitely they definitely should be in the zone somewhere.
So an 0-2 count now to the Warriors' third baseman. 0-2. Just outside.
Well, that's what I'm talking about there. Up 0-2, and then she pushes. The last pitch was an outside strike, so then you just push it a little farther out, see how far you can get that batter to chase.
Outside and high, so now the count knotted up at 2. Again, Thornton, the runner, over at first base. Thornton ended up with no stolen bases. And strike 3 there, so 2 away here. And that's going to bring up the shortstop, Williams. Williams lined out to third base in the second inning. Now gets her second at-bat against Ainge. Takes ball 1. So 1-0 pitch on the way from Ainge. Thornton getting an aggressive secondary as that was a called strike. So Walla getting a little lawn dart hit, as Mr. Haugen would say. And a called strike 2. So Ainge in the driver's seat now with 2 strikes. Thornton again, the runner over at first base. Not the biggest stealing threat. Swing and a fight there. Goes foul. Williams again playing shortstop today. A 402 in the regular season and 97 at-bats. 7 home runs and 7 doubles. Up high, throw down. Not in time, a stolen base for Thornton. It's got to bite my tongue a little bit there after talking a couple pitches ago.
Yeah, not a lot of stolen bases on the season, but they are very timely with their stolen bases. It's now runner in scoring position. Just a base hit could potentially score and break this 0-0.
Next pitch from Ainge. Swung on. It'll be a foul pop-up. It'll hit the backstop. So a good fight by the Warrior shortstop. As we have a 2-2 count, it remains. Check swing called strike 3, and that is how the top half of the fourth will end. So a runner in scoring position is stranded, so we will step away again, but be right back after this.
Station Portland on space to ground 3. Ready to close valve 2.
Ready for a new adventure? Study at Douglas College in Vancouver, Canada. Take a post-degree program and launch your career, or prepare to study at top Canadian universities. Become eligible for a 3-year work visa with a 2-year program. Choose success. Choose Douglas College.
So after 3.5 innings, we are still scoreless, and it'll be Douglas's turn here in the home half of the fourth. Leading off will be the catcher, Britton Young. And she awaits first pitch is a swing and a shallow fly ball. Able to haul it in is the Walla second baseman, Parker. So that's how the home half of the fourth inning gets underway.
Both teams being very aggressive, getting those swings. Kind of causing some short innings and some short outings for pitchers, but definitely not waiting around for it.
So Michaela Moore, the first baseman now, will take a called strike. Moore today is 1 for 1, has Douglas's only hit. A strike call there. It was a single to right field back in the second inning. And now she finds herself in an 0-2 hole. Just outside. Good pitch there from Collins. Again, Moore, a good average, hitting .424 this year. Swing and a little chopper out to first base. Collins over to Kelly, and that'll retire Moore. So 2 away here, and that'll bring up the designated player, Bedard. Bedard is 0 for 1 with a strikeout thus far. Looking to turn that around here as Douglas needs to get something going here. We'll take ball 1. Again, we talked about the game flying by. Here we are already in the bottom of the fourth inning, and we started 56 minutes ago. The 1-0 taken for a called strike to the knees. Bedard again, a .527 hitter. 41 runs scored with 4 home runs, 54 RBIs. Low and away there. Smothered nicely by Danley. 2 balls and a strike.
Everybody remembers how hard the pitcher's working. Everybody forgets how hard the catcher's working, especially when it's hot out and all that gear. I just feel bad for catchers.
Swing and a fly ball out towards left. And there to put it away is Thornton. So the Royals go quietly here in the bottom half of the fourth inning. So we'll step away, but we'll be right back after this.
People often ask, what is it you do? I'm an Idaho Army National Guard soldier. But then again, it's not that simple. You see, I'm more than a weekend warrior. It's a continuous effort every day. Yeah, there's extremely long hours, but it's worth it. I love my job. It's like anything else. My profession is whatever I want to make of it. I get to do the incredible things most people dream of. The men and women I serve with are dedicated to being a premier force. It's amazing when you see my entire unit work together. When push comes to shove and we receive that order, we put steel on target. I'm always ready to be called upon to serve our nation. But in the meantime, I train.
Present. Oh!
I serve and protect my neighbors while defending their right to freedom. I'm an Idaho community asset that stands among our citizens. The boundaries I once thought I had are continuously tested and broadened. So there you have it. People will not always know who I am or what I do. But that's alright, because I do.
So a lot of zeros on our scoreboard now. We are scoreless through 4. As now the Walla Walla second baseman Parker will come up. She'll take ball 1. Parker on the day is 0 for 1 with a fly out to left field. Trying to get something started for the Warriors here in the top half of the 5th inning. Swinging a line drive up the middle, diving attempt out there by Anderson, but it is a single for Parker. And now the Warriors are in business here with no outs. That's going to bring up the designated player Ware, who is 0 for 1. She popped out to third. Air and caught over there at first base. Fantastic work out there by Michaela Moore, and there's one away. So a wasted opportunity there, I would say.
I would have to agree. Everybody forgets how important bunting is in doing your job when you're called to bunt on. Now you lost your out and you didn't move your runner over for the next batter to potentially knock in. So that's definitely a wasted opportunity.
Now a foul ball. So we'll set up again now. So Walla Walla with 2 hits now. Douglas held to 1 hit so far. So again, now the hitter is the first baseman, Kelly. Martin Kelly on deck. Ball low. So Kelly is the hitter right now. And another little shallow pop-up. And a diving catch made by Michaela Moore. Some fantastic defense out there from the Douglas first baseman.
Good effort knowing you're close enough to where you can make that play without worrying about the first base runner to tag up. Great effort by the first baseman.
So that'll bring the catcher Danley up to the plate. 0 for 1 with a strikeout looking.
Nice off speed there. Great location for it, too.
So after a leadoff single, 2 pop-outs to first base. A fantastic diving play made by Michaela Moore over there. And count now 1 apiece. Danley again struck out looking in her last at-bat. The Royals in the home half of the 5th will have Courtney Anderson and Kennedy due up. Swing and a pop-up. Second baseman moving over. She'll put it away. So credit that put out to Anderson. So after 4.5, we are still scoreless here at the Merc.
When you first visit Seattle Pacific University, it's easy to fall in love with the campus. But just ask one of the students. There's something different about SPU, a place where faith, service, and academic excellence meet. And it's the only private university in the Pacific Northwest to make the latest U.S. News and World Report Best National Universities list. This is Seattle Pacific University.
Every guard knows the call. As many meanings, but when it's spoken, the message is heard, understood, acknowledged. Visit NationalGuard.com to begin your guard adventure.
Say knowledge is power, and they have a point.
At State, tell your own story.
You build your own stage.
You take your best ideas to the streets. You let the world see who you are
and who you hope to be.
Knowledge is about how hard you're willing to work to do something real.
It's about how far you're willing to go. Do something great.
So Kaza Courtney, the Douglas shortstop, is all set to lead off here. She is 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout. As now we await the first pitch. Is a ball outside again. Kaza Courtney hit .405 in the regular season, 121 at-bats. Also had 7 home runs. Ball 2. It's a very dangerous hitter to fall behind here. Collins needs to make a quality pitch here on 2-0. Swing and a foul ball. It will go foul. Way foul out of play.
As this game goes on, you just kind of get the feeling it's definitely a pitcher's duel, and just any little thing could tip it in someone's direction. One swing of the bat, one little error could do the game in.
You got to think that the first team to make a mistake is going to be the one we'll see in the B bracket game a little later today. We have a 3-1 count now to Kaza Courtney. Three-one offering. He is up high, ball 4. So Douglas has a leadoff runner. That'll bring up the second baseman, Anderson. Kim Anderson at .378 in the regular season, 98 at-bats. Four home runs. Collins ready, indoor motion. Shows bunt, pulls back, ball 1. Runner going, throw down to second base is not in time. A stolen base for Kaza Courtney, and a runner in scoring position now for Douglas.
She's not one of their top base stealers, but definitely showing some speed right there. Good jump on it.
Courtney having 8 stolen bases in the regular season. Swing and a miss there. So 1 ball and 1 strike will be your count. And Anderson walked in her first plate appearance, as we need a second for Danley to tie her shoe here. So again, you get your leadoff runner in scoring position. This is the opportunity both teams have been looking for. Douglas finds themselves in it. First baseman Kelly playing way in from first base. Shows bunt up high. So 2-1. The bunt is popped up and will go foul. So now we have a 2-2 count. It's definitely going to be a game of inches here. You got to wonder if she's going to give her the bunt again with 2 strikes.
It'd definitely be a gutsy call.
Quick little conversation going out there between the shortstop and third baseman.
You have to be wondering if Walla is expecting for the bunt to be called off since it is 2 strikes. Something to think about when calling for it.
Kelly taking a few steps back, playing around a normal depth for a softball first baseman now. Swing and a miss, and down goes Anderson. And that'll bring up Kennedy, who's 0 for 1 with a fly out to right field.
Situation might not be terrible if she can get enough depth on it to right field, move the base runner over to third.
And the last thing you want to do is have a quick little pop-up or strikeout here, stranding your leadoff runner in scoring position here in a what's going to be a very close ball game. Outside.
Situation you kind of want to hit behind the runner, and by that I mean to the right side of the field, to the second baseman side of second base, so the runner can advance and potentially, depending on where it's hit, score. And she's given her the pitch to do it, throwing her outside right there, just like that. Advance the runner perfect.
So a tag applied there by Kelly first base. So the lead run over at third, and there's a time call. Umpires coming to discuss something.
What they're discussing is when you're running to first base and someone's coming to tag you, you have to stop in your tracks. You cannot go back towards home plate. That is the only base path where you cannot do that. And the base runner kind of started skidding backwards a little bit. So they're talking about sending the base runner back to second. In between any other base path, you can go back and forth between the bases all you want. But running to first, if someone's coming to tag you, you have to stop in your tracks. You cannot run backwards away from them to give your base runner time to advance. So that is the call that they just made.
So indeed, they're going to send Courtney back to second base. So again, a runner will go back to second base. And they're going to bring Laura Baldry in to hit here.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Little base running error there. Big missed opportunity because the runner was going to get to third anyways if she would have just stopped. But it is what it is. Now we're just going to see what the pinch hitter can do with it.
Baldry at 358 in the regular season. She'll take ball 1. So again, for the folks back home who may not know, would you mind going over some substitution re-entry?
So you can substitute a player in at any time, and then you can re-enter the starting player once, but the person who substituted in, since they have gone in and then been pulled out, is no longer eligible to come into the game. And then if that starting player gets substituted again, they are no longer allowed to come back into the game. So you can come out and re-enter once, but once you're entered and come out a second time, you are no longer eligible to come back into the game.
So after that explanation, we'll take another break, and we'll come right back after this. But before we do, we'd like to remind you today's game is brought to you by the U.S. Army. Looking for a challenge? Push yourself further. It begins when you enlist as a soldier in the U.S. Army. You'll be trained in one of more than 150 career fields and can even earn money to college if you qualify. To find out more, visit your local Army recruiter or log on to goarmy.com.
Let's see, I graduated from high school in 2008, went to UW for a year, came back to Spokane. You know, graduated, wasn't really sure what I was going to do, so I headed to Spokane Falls. I feel like the energy in Spokane is evolving. Having a good, accessible college right here in town is a really important part of that. So I just started working at Helvetica, which is a local design firm. The Falls definitely prepared me for getting a good job right out of college. My name is Morgan Lynch. This is my college, my community.
Determination, belief, strength, perseverance, confidence, passion, dream, focus, resilience, drive, power, will. Don't forget to breathe.
So Danley, 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout looking will lead Walla off here in the top half of the 6th inning. And again, looking at the box scores, it's a 0-0 game. 2 hits for Walla, 1 hit for Douglas, no errors. And there's a strike one call there on the catcher. Danley again, he'll only hit 277 in the regular season. 1-1 now. So Ainge about through the second time here in this order. Truly an improvement throughout the tournament. Up high, 2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, she's still locating fairly well. That pitch was up, but for the most part, she's stayed pretty down and around the strike zone. She's throwing well.
Swing and a miss there. 2-2. Danley susceptible to the strikeout. In fact, had 13 on the season. Outside. So the count will be full here. Payoff pitch from Ainge. Swing and a high pop-up. Play well out there at second base. The shortstop, Courtney, taking care of it. There's one down. So Hicks, the right fielder, will come up. She had a little tapper in front of the plate, was thrown out at first.
K's on the day, but a lot of great defense, really good pitching to make hitters miss, to get easy flyouts and groundouts. Really is a pitcher's duel today.
Top of the order, and Shotswell waiting on deck for Walla. Again, a huge improvement over yesterday's 10 o'clock game. We were underneath the 10, wondering if the tent was going to collapse with the water on top of it. And here, kind of wishing I brought some sunscreen now.
Me too. I ran to the store this morning, and the store that I went to was closed. So I was like, oh, well, guess I'm going to have to deal with a little bit of a sunburn today, but.
Called strike there. Great off-speed pitch. The nice folks from Spokane Community College getting a tent over our heads, though, so not a huge worry.
Well worth a little sunburn for a great game of softball.
So foul ball there. Count remains 1-2. Swinging another foul ball. Ainge this year, again, very low ERA, 110 strikeouts.
Great time for an off-speed pitch. Haven't seen a lot of off-speed today from either pitcher, really.
So again, we apologize. The last batter was Hicks. This is Shotswell. So this is the top of the order in Shotswell. Shotswell is 1 for 2 with a fly out and a single. And now another single. The right center will split the outfielders. Shotswell on her way to second base. Throw comes in, not in time. So a one-out double. For Shotswell, and now here comes the left fielder, Thornton. Reached on a fielder's choice in her last at-bat, had a stolen base.
To see how the third base coach runs this one, depending on where it's hit. See if he's aggressive and tries to take that run, or he holds her up knowing there's only one out and you got the heart of your lineup coming up after this.
Swinging a high fly ball to left field. Taking charge out there is Vallejo, and now it looks like they may escape trouble again with 2 away.
I like that with the outfielders taking charge of the infielders coming in on the ball, especially when there's a potential tag-up chance, just because your outfielders have their momentum coming into the field towards that throw, whereas your infielders tend to be heading back and moving away where they have to gather themselves. So good job to the left fielder for taking that one.
So foul ball there from Faulkner, the third baseman. She is 0 for 2 on the day. She's popped out to first and struck out.
Just have the feeling that any second something can break this open and maybe see it back.
Called strike 2, so 0-2 to Faulkner. Faulkner had 9 home runs, 55 RBI. The 0-2 offering from Ainge. Got her looking on the corner, hang the K backwards, strike 3, and that will retire the top of the 6th. So scoreless after 5.5. We'll step away again, but more coming on the NWAC Sports Network.
Say knowledge is power, and they have a point.
At Penn State, tell your own story.
You build your own stage.
You take your best ideas to the streets.
You let the world see who you are and who you hope to be. Knowledge is about how hard you're willing to work to do something real.
It's about how far you're willing to go. Do something great.
Determination, belief, strength, perseverance, confidence, passion, dream, focus, resilience, drive, power, will. Don't forget to breathe.
Ready for a new adventure? Study at Douglas College in Vancouver, Canada. Take a post-degree program and launch your career, or prepare to study at top Canadian universities. Become eligible for a 3-year work visa with a 2-year program. Choose success. Choose Douglas College.
So back now in Spokane, it's going to be the top of the order center fielder, Colby Hamilton, set to lead off. As Collins out there, we haven't really talked about Collins much so far, and we apologize for that, but on the season had a 6.58 ERA and 134 innings pitched. Also had 132 strikeouts to her credit. And here she is in her 6th inning of work, and gets a called strike 1.
Pitches that you can throw and where you can throw them if you're able to get ahead.
Hamilton now will take low. Hamilton is 0 for 2 on the day, has grounded out to second and grounded out to the pitcher. Low that time and a 3-1 count. Offering on the way. Ball 4, and now a very speedy runner put on at first. It's going to bring up the left fielder, Daniela Vallejo. She's flown out to right field and grounded to first base, and there's going to be a little conversation out here in the circle. Again, she had 43 stolen bases on the year, so no slouch out there at first base.
By far the lead base stealer for Douglas. Over 13 more than any other player on the team. So, from the next highest base stealer on the team. So, definitely have to be careful with this one.
So again, Vallejo is 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground out thus far. The catcher, Brittany Young, waiting on deck.
Walla's catcher's no slouch either, though. She is close to 130 throwouts on the season, so she has an arm. Unfortunately, didn't get a throw off there, though.
So stolen base goes to Hamilton.
I don't know if that was miscommunication or not, but the pitcher kind of didn't get out of the way, unfortunately.
So scoring opportunity now for Douglas. Vallejo, just a hitter to do it, was one of the heroes in the game against Clackamas. She'll take down low 2-0. Again, a score here would force a winner drop down in the 7th inning, as Douglas is the home team today. Ball 3. Again, not the hitter you want to walk with the hitters you got coming up next. Those, of course, being Young, Moore, and Bedard. There's a called strike. So right back into it now is Collins. Tapped out. throw on the first is in time, but Hamilton advances to third.
Now we have our first real scoring opportunity of the game. Again, kind of the normal approach here is hit a ball to the right side of the infield, to the second baseman side of second base. Should score the runner, but we'll see.
It looks like there's going to be a change in the circle, as Collins will leave there. So even though you've got a big, powerful bat in the form of Britton Young, you think you're still going to try to play the short game here in such a close one?
Maybe not necessarily with one out. I would let a free swing, but once you start getting down to close to 2 strikes, you definitely swing for contact and go for the high odds of moving the runner in. Unfortunately, I was not a power hitter, so I had to play the odds of hitting the opposite side. But
so Schuessler will come in. She will do the pitching, and she'll get a few warm-up pitches here. Schuessler on the year, 3.75 ERA, 117.2 innings pitched with 62 strikeouts. And she'll be facing the meat of this Douglas order here. And Britton Young, Moore, and Bedard are due up. And if she can get through there, Casa Courtney waits after that.
yeah, it's definitely a jam to come into as a pitcher, but it's something you kind of live for, be the hero of it.
Schuessler, a 2-time pitcher of the week in the NWAC. So hoping to come in here and get the Douglas Royals shut down as they have the lead run a mere 60 feet away from scoring. Young is 0 for 2. The fly out and a pop out. She'll take ball 1 to begin the at-bat. Schuessler ready. Called strike. So 1's across the board here in the bottom of the 6th.
She is kind of keeping her inside, so it takes away that opportunity as much to hit it opposite field to sort of run easily.
Swing and a miss there. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Swinging a ground ball the other way. So Douglas takes a lead in the bottom half of the 6th.
Hard chopper, pitch outside, and just went with it. Perfect piece of hitting right there.
So now Moore will step up to the plate. Moore is 1 for 2 with a single to right field. And that's just the 5th hit we've seen in this ball game. Quick strike 1 to Moore. Swinging a ground ball over towards second. Tag the runner, throw on the first in time. So a double play there, and the Warriors are facing a do-or-die situation when we come back on the NWAC Sports Network.
Knowledge is power, and they have a point.
At Penn State, tell your own story.
You build your own stage.
You take your best ideas to the streets.
You let the world see who you are and who you hope to be.
Knowledge is about how hard you're willing to work to do something real.
It's about how far you're willing to go. Do something great.
determination, belief, strength, perseverance, confidence, passion, dream, focus, resilience, drive, power, will. Don't forget to breathe.
The first day of school is kind of scary. You don't know your teachers yet or who your friends will be. But school is really important. It's how you learn things and grow.
Okay, I'm ready.
You're gonna do great, Mommy.
For you, for them, Clark College. Get started today at clark.edu.
So do or die time now as we've reached the last inning of regulation. Douglas with a very, very uncomfortable one-run lead here. As we know, anything can change with one swing of the bat, especially with only a one-run lead. It'll be Williams to lead off for the Warriors as they need 1 to keep playing, 2 to take the lead. See if they can do that.
Both very good teams here, both showing why they are undefeated in this tournament, strong under pressure. We'll see what Walla can do here.
First offering of the 7th. Low for ball 1. Ainge been putting on a masterful performance so far. Bellevue and Wenatchee are currently tied at 2 over on the other field, so a couple great ball games so far. Fly ball to right field. There waiting for it is Warburton, and there's 1 away. Now the second baseman Parker is due up. Again, loser of this game will play the winner of the Bellevue-Wenatchee game, which is currently tied. Ball 1. Parker on the day is 1 for 2 with a fly out to left and a single to right. Takes called strike there. So 1's across the board here in the 7th. Ainge today has thrown 76 pitches, 59 strikes, 27 balls. Swing and a high pop-up. Calling for it out there is Moore, and there's 2 away. So Ware, the designated player, now representing the final hope in this game for the Warriors. Ware is 0 for 2 with a pop out to third and a pop out to first. Ball 1, up and away. And ball 2 there, just missing.
Just missed. That was a great pitch. Good location for it, especially on a tough hitter.
Ware on the year had 3 home runs, so she has the possibility of tying this thing up now with a big hack can be taken here 2-0. Instead, she'll take strike 1.
You have 2 outs, but you still want to be careful with each of these hitters. There's not anyone that's really easy out in Walla's lineup, so you still got to be on top of your game.
Swing and a fly ball out to left field, and this should do it. And Douglas, for the 2nd consecutive year, will appear in the NWAC championship game. So a very, very close 1-0 victory, and a great ball game to say the least. You got any closing remarks over there, Jenna?
It just kind of shows that Douglas is fairly resilient. They've done it all tournament, kind of hung around and scrapped through it. Walla is a great team as well, and they'll get a chance to work their way back versus the winner of the Bellevue-Wenatchee game right after this. So there's a good possibility we could see these two in the championship game as well.
All right, so we'll call you on that a little later. Tomorrow we'll have that championship broadcast. We'll have one more, the winner of the Bellevue-Wenatchee game and the loser of this one. So we'll see Walla Walla again very shortly. But until then, I'm Wes Tucker. For Jenna Crum and our entire crew here at NWAC, we'll see you in a little bit.